if I believe that or not, because I think I'm anything but I think it's a nice story. All the people in my family have a completely different nickname that is not at all related to their actual name, so I'm glad about that.
Amongst South Asians, and I'd say it's mostly Sikhs and Gujaratis, right? But I don't think I'd ever met so many Pinkies, for example. I don't know if you know. Welcome to Leadership in Colour. Really excited to have my guest here today, Ravleen Beeston. It's been a long time coming. I've tried to get her on the podcast. Where I'd really like to start the conversation is that name, because there's usually a great story behind the name. So Ravleen, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks,
Talk to me a little bit about your name.
I'm so glad to be here. So thanks for having me on. Where's my name come from? It's fairly unusual, although I'd never met anybody with my name until I went to university, and the girl living in the halls of residence 2 floors below me was called Ravleen, which was amazing. We did become friends. So my parents were actually born in Iran, although they were Punjabi, and then subsequently moved to India a little bit later. So my name has some Persian history to it as well. It's meant to mean delicate, which is this is what my mum told me, but I don't know if I believe that or not, because I think I'm anything but I think it's a nice story. So so my parents chose the name the very traditional way. After I was born, went to the Gurdwara, got the first letter from the first paragraph that the priest read in the Guru Granth Sahib, and it was an R, and that was my name. But interestingly, most people at home call me Lena. That's my nickname, but at least my nickname bears some resemblance to my actual name, whereas it's quite generally all the people in my family have a completely different nickname that is not at all related to their actual name. So I'm glad about that, at least.
That's something that I haven't spoken about before, but it's so true that amongst South Asians, and I'd say it's mostly Sikhs and Gujaratis, right? But I don't think I'd ever met so many Pinkies, for example. I don't know if you know, but there are so many.
No, but seriously, my brother's names are Danny and Ricky, right? Which is not their actual names, and is the least Punjabi names you'll ever have heard in your lives. Their actual names are Apinder and Maninder Pal.
Wow. And those are great names, by the way. On our side, we've got a Simon, a Michael, a Philip, a Janet, and the list goes on. So when I was introducing them to my wife, she was super confused. But
it's a thing though, right? Like it's probably a thing. And what becomes really interesting is I married somebody who I had met through work. And so he only ever knew me as Ravleen or Rav. Once he met my family and all my close friends who don't know me from a professional or school standpoint all call me Lena. And he's massively confused. He's like, well, he said, what do you want me to call you then when we're, just generally, should I, in front of people, should I call you Rav, Ravleen, should I call you Lena? And I thought about it for quite a while, because I find it really weird if the wrong group of people call me the wrong name, if that makes sense. Like if anybody from work or a uni friend called me Lena, I think it was really weird. Similarly, if anyone in my family called me Ravleen, it would seem really strange. So I'm thinking about it, and then I just kind of turned around to him and I said, you know what? Figure it out, dude. Like, just see where you are and just, figure it out. It's a small print, isn't it, in the old marriage vows.